Okay, so I'm sitting here. Actually, I'm not sitting. I'm walking around. Oh, I gotta answer that text. So I'm walking around and I'm thinking, this whole homosexuality and Christianity thing, and messy subject. Very messy subject. Everyone knows this, but this is the point. Your salvation is not dependent upon or contingent upon your sexuality. Do not let anyone tell you that you cannot be saved. You cannot go to heaven. You cannot make it into heaven. You cannot be with Jesus, the one who you believe in, who you love, who you worship, the one who you follow, the one who you listen to. Do not let anyone tell you that that relationship is severed based upon your sexuality. Do not let anyone make you feel that way. Do not let anyone make you feel like the love of God is less than who you're sexually attracted to. That is weaker than your sexual urges or your primitive urges or your preference. It is not weaker than that. Do not let anyone downplay the love of God for you just because they're in a position that would make them seem as if they know the love of God. You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. I gotta calm down. Give me a second. But for real, works me up every time. Every stinking time. My hair needs to be done. If anyone's out there and they want to do my hair, feel free. Please, like free. Like free, because times they're hard. So, point is this. Getting into, well, are you saying homosexuality is right? Are you saying that the love of God can deliver? Da, da, da. Never said that. I never will. I will never downplay the delivering power of my God. My God is a deliverer. He is. And if you are seeking after him and you are following him and your heart is for him and you are doing good when you can do good by grace, and you're believing that just because you did something bad, God, it doesn't reverse what happened on the cross. By grace, through faith in just him and what he said he has done. If you said you died for me and you said that I am clean and you said that nothing can keep me from you, then I'm going to believe that. I'm going to have faith in that. Salvation is in the faith of Jesus. So if that's my lifestyle, if that's who I'm following, if that's who I'm pledging allegiance to, and I still have this feeling and I still have this urge, and as the Lord delivers me, because he delivers homosexuals, and not from homosexuality, not just from that, or not from all the time. It's not a thing to be delivered from. There are lies in your life that produce justifications for the sin or the lifestyle that you're in, whether it's being judgy or whether it's being sexually promiscuous or aggressive or whatever it is. If it's lying, if it's stealing, if it's talking trash, if it's obsessing over your Facebook and your notification, if it's vanity, whatever it is, there are lies that justify that for you. Whether it makes you feel good, whether it's a lie that say it's going to fill the void, whatever the lie is, it's something that justifies. The Lord delivers you from those lies. He gives you truth. So you get to choose. You get to choose whether or not you're going to believe the truth of what he has done and who he is, and allow that to remove the lies that those things haven't been taken care of. So you have to figure out a way to deal with it. You have to go into and give into your favorite sin in order to fill the void. There's a lie that justifies that. And we can know truth. We can know that Jesus set you free and still live in that lie. And it still hasn't clicked. It happens. That's the journey. That's the walk from Gethsemane. That's the walk from giving yourself to the will of God to getting to the will of God. It's a journey. It's a process. Give yourself space. He is giving you grace. He will finish what he set out to do. You don't think Jesus wanted to faint under that cross? You don't think he wanted to give up? You don't think that he had the last whip, that last blow should have took him out? But he was to complete what he set out to do. And he did it. He didn't die till it was finished. You are not done until it is finished. The Lord isn't a liar, and your sexuality doesn't make him a liar. It doesn't. So if you're seeking after God and you still like people of the same sex, but you know you're seeking after him, you know you're waiting, you're allowing him to ready you for love and to bring love in your life and for you to pursue love, or to give you the go, to give you the confidence, whatever, to pursue love, and it happens to be someone of the same sex, then that's your life with the Lord. You work out your salvation in fear and awe of him and in trembling of his greatness. That doesn't mean being scared of him. That means knowing that he is God, regardless of what your life looks like, knowing that he is God. If that involves homosexuality, your salvation does not rest on that. Rest assured. Rest assured. For God loved the world. He loved the homosexuals and the transgendered. He loved the drunkards and the addicts. He loved, and we hear it and it becomes so cliche, but he didn't so love the church that he gave his only begotten son to make sure that that kept their head above water. He loved the world. He loved the broken. He loved us. He loved the misfits. He loved the late bloomers. He loved those who didn't know that they were lovable so much that he gave his son. He gave up a piece of himself, not just his job. He didn't lose his job. He didn't lose his job. His son didn't get snatched from him and killed by a cop. He gave his son that whosoever, anybody, anyone, anywhere, no matter your sexuality, no matter what you have done, no matter what you do or what you look like, no matter what people have done to you, the abuse and the lies and the treachery and the betrayal and the being cheated on and the being beat down and the being a failure and the not having money and the not having things that you want and the being different than any of you who are heavy laden, that any of you who needed rest, that any of you who needed to know that you were loved and lovable. He gave his son that if you would just believe that he really gave him for you and he really meant it. He did it, and he did it for you. He did it for you. He did it for me. If I believe that, I shall have everlasting life. It doesn't end with a bullet because I'm black. It doesn't end with being kicked out of church because I'm gay. It doesn't end for being a woman. I have everlasting life because I believe. And that is the gospel. That is grace.